Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Midoriya Izuku. Midoriya is like an endless fountain of love. Always so patient and so loving. So you're used to that. But of course, with your past relationships and your own life and your own experiences, there were things that would be hard to erase. Like the fact that sometimes even the smallest of fights could scare you, that maybe he might hit you. So when Midoriya and you get into a sort of an argument, you don't really expect things to get out of hand at first, but then it gets more heated, and he raises his voice at you, something which is never done, and you can't help but anticipate the next. Anticipate that he might hit you. So as soon as he takes a step towards you, you flinch back, fear very visible in your eyes. And Midori sees it. He senses it more than he sees it, really. But it's there all the same. And it makes him pause. Wyan, are you... are you scared? He asks. And you look hesitant. But then, you nod. I'm not sure if I'm scared of you, or just scared in general. Are you upset with me, Midoriya? That I'm scared? He shakes his head, wrapping his arms around you and giving you a soft kiss. No, Mayan, I could never be mad at you for something like that. I'm just... I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't notice anything about this before. Look, I don't know what happened before the two of us became a thing. But whatever it is, I can tell you there's not going to be a repeat of it. I love you, and I'm not going to hurt you no matter what happens between us. That's not something I'm willing to do, no matter what. So please, Wayan, at the very least, I want you to know that and believe in it. Alright? And after a little bit of hesitance, you nod, cuddling close to him, and feeling relieved of this conversation. Even if it won't immediately solve everything, it's a start, and a start is all you need. Todoroki Shoto. Todoroki has lived through a lot of things. He's had a violent childhood, not the best of childhoods, really, and he knows very well what it means to be scared of someone and what it means to feel like you're always alert, always on the lookout of being in danger. Well, aside from working as a hero, having that in a relationship and in an environment where you're supposed to feel safe, it doesn't help at all, and it can be damaging. He's been through it, and he would know best. So, nothing hurts more than feeling like he has created that sort of environment for someone else, when it's the furthest thing from what he wants to be. Someone whom people fear, when he wants to be someone who puts people at ease. So when the two of you argue a little bit, and he looks a little bit angry, and continues to storm off, you think he's actually going towards you, and you flinch, looking fearful, and Todoroki pauses completely, because he knows that look in your eyes very well. It's familiar, and not in a good way. It's very similar to the way his mother would sometimes look at his father, though obviously not as horrible. But it still strikes a chord in him, and he finds himself fidgeting. Lion, be honest. Did I scare you? Shoto, it's not you. I just thought. I thought you were going to hit me, but it's not because of you or something. I know you would never do that, but I don't know how to explain that. You say, feeling a little bit frustrated and embarrassed, but he never blames you. Instead, he squeezes your hand gently, telling you he understands. Your previous argument is forgotten completely, as the two of you realize that nothing is truly worth arguing over and getting mad over to that extent. Whatever it is, you can talk it through. You can do this because you love each other. And that's what mattered most to you. Bakugou Katsuki. Katsuki has anger issues. You knew that very well. It scared you sometimes, seeing as how he easily loses his temper, and sometimes gets very angry with his friends, and sometimes even lashes out physically. It terrified you that that could happen between you two, but you knew that he always had a soft spot for you, and you trusted him. Well, he never truly broke a promise, and when the two of you got together, he promised you that he would protect you and that he would never hurt you. But you couldn't help instinct. Not to mention your last relationship was not that good. So with Katsuki and his anger issues, you had your own suspicions, your own fears, and you couldn't dismiss them. So when he yelled at you, you couldn't help but flinch and shield yourself with your arm, feeling like he might hurt you. And then he immediately stopped. Wyan, did you really think I was going to hurt you? He said, hurt visible in his voice. And you scrambled for an answer, unable to find one. Except, yes, Katsuki. I'm sorry. It's not just about you. But I'm really scared. You know how my last relationship has been. You say, welling up in spite of yourself. And Katsuki's heart aches because he scared you. He triggered some memories you shouldn't have. So he wraps his arms around you gently, pulling you into his own arms, and kisses you, soft and gentle as a cloud, so unlike him all of the time. I would never hurt you, not over my dead body, Wyan. So don't think about that. Don't you ever be afraid of me. Please. I would do anything to protect you, even for myself. So trust me on that.